I'm too.
The broadcast is live.
All right, hold on a second here.
Jesus Christ!
I just teased that because I think it's funny.
Christ.
Hey, blasphemers, hang tight. Chris Rumpf is our guest, and we are about to start the show right now. Hey, blasphemers, welcome to Simple Blasphemy, where we have the best times with the worst topics.
We're three friends that discuss everything and nothing, from wacky headlines to games and trivia. All subjects bizarre and risque are on the table.
Our weekly guests range from friends, musicians, and artists to professionals in a variety of industries.
We go live on Facebook and YouTube every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Want to support the show? Join our Patreon. You can find it and more at www.simpleblasphemy.com.
So grab a drink and join in!
It's too late now. This is Simple Blasphemy.
Hey!
Hey.
Hi. Welcome
Hi.
to the Simple Blasphemy Podcast, all you blasphemers out there. My name is Zach Ward, and I have here with me always Andy's.
Super Green is next in line.
Mr. Green.
Super Green.
Super Green.
Lost
I like-
control, lost control, lost control, lost control.
Hey, what's that? Chris,
Lost
you're in the-
control, lost control, lost control, lost control.
You're somewhat in the restaurant business. What is that green product that you clean grease off the is that Simply Green? Simple Green?
Simple Green.
Simple Green it is. All the
Okay.
info on this show
use
can
on
be
your
found at
car?
Are you calling
simplemonthly.com.
him
And if
Simple
you
Green?
click that like, share, subscribe button, you'll receive 5 years of what this year, Andy?
Viking mustache.
You'll have 5 years of a Viking mustache.
Well, now,
So-
whatever you call Viking mustache,
That's okay.
it's up to you.
It's a subjective Viking mustache. So like, share, subscribe, all that business. As mentioned, this week is none other than the mighty Christopher Rumpf. How are you doing, Chris?
That's me. Rumpf. That's what I do.
God, we have all had interactions. Well, I don't know about Green. I know that Ward and I have had interactions
Yeah.
with this particular gentleman over the course of the past
20.
20 years.
I think we're that
Maybe
old.
even on
Easily.
BBS's that we didn't know who each other were.
Possibly the greatest show I've ever played in my entire life was at the behest of Chris Rumpf.
Which one?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, which
Ooh.
one?
What a dude.
No, I think he's
Ironically-
asking.
Ironically enough, you actually look like one of my best friends I grew up with, too.
Is he sarcastic and short? And
Yes,
Does
yes.
he eat like a pig and
And looks
Listen-
just like you, too.
listens to heavy metal?
Yeah.
Says the F
Wow.
word a lot?
Good
Yes.
for you.
Solid 8,
Yes, he
I would
does.
say.
Damn.
Really
All right.
goodness.
Solid 8 in my book. So, two questions, Chris. Question number one is, what is the worst job you've ever had?
Oh, the worst job I've ever had.
Booking bands.
No, that was that was pretty good. That was pretty. The worst job I've ever had. Huh. I haven't actually had that many jobs. So I'll tell you the first job that I had, which wasn't really bad, but I had it when I was 15, which was I was like a produce dude at Monet's Market in Toledo.
Okay.
The one on, yeah, if you're in Toledo, it's the one on Glendale. And it's hilarious because, like, you know, that guy, a year ago, like, everybody went off because he went off the rails, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I worked for the same guy at one point.
Oh, well, so you know, we can have the conversation.
Yeah,
but
we
like,
can.
Listen, it wasn't a bad job. I mean,
Not at all.
I was making minimum wage, sweeping floors, and like checking out, you know, Karens with their lettuce, right?
Uh-huh.
And it was fine.
You got a nice head of lettuce there, Karen.
No, that's what she was saying to me. It was weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, it's not lettuce.
It's hair.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
it's
it is
weird.
but I can wrap it in cellophane for you if you like.
She didn't mind that it was green, which I thought was surprising, but that's different. So yeah, that wasn't necessarily a bad job, except like, you know, if you've worked in anybody worked in produce? All right, I guess that's kind of a weird one. Like you smell weird. Like produce smells weird.
Yeah.
Well, not like, you know, like strawberries individually smell good, but like you take strawberries and then like 27 other fruits and vegetables and like rub them on yourself feverishly for 6 hours.
Right.
It smells like bad genitals.
Yeah,
It does. It smells
like a dumpster.
It smells bad.
It smells like wet underwear that you left in the closet. You know?
There it is. Say it's green.
Oh,
Green.
no.
Oil than hot dog water.
No, man.
Chris. What I was gonna say.
It doesn't matter now.
Worst job when you're saying like the smell thing, that reminded me when I worked at a little place called Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now talking about special recipe all over your outfit when you got home, it was it's almost like you worked at Avon with just everything greasy, and it was especially you had to carry those buckets of slosh.
Yeah,
you know, outside to be turned into actually cosmetics, as a matter of fact, for all you ladies out there. Hey,
I didn't realize you guys were getting me into an MLM tonight.
We are. This is
No. We've already been dude wipes. We've already been trying to be trapped in an MLM.
Yeah.
Whose down line am I going under?
I don't know, but if you could say that again but slower for the drop, that'd be awesome.
That'd be
Okay,
fantastic.
question number 2. And that was funny. This is monstrously serious. What does the word equality mean to you?
Way to switch it up.
This is good. You know, I'll tell you guys this because only like 6 people listen to this thing, right?
Just
No, not that many.
All right,
on a heavy
perfect.
day.
So, like, you know, this is a long-winded story because I soapbox, but like, all right, so I was a 15-year-old kid. I was going to Central Catholic, sophomore in high school, and I had switched schools. So I went to St. John's for a year, didn't really dig that, and then I went to Central. And I mean, at that point in my life, I was already like, I had a newsletter with 50,000 people on it for like grunge bands. And so I knew how to type. I was coding websites. And they made me take this like intro to typing class, which was not so fun. And you know how like you have those moments where like the nanosecond things that happen in your life in the moment you don't realize are big fucking deals, and then like they are. So I don't even remember this story, but the people at the high school do, and they tell it to me all the time because it's apparently hilarious. But I took the hall pass and walked down to the technology office and was like, "This class is bogus. Will you let me just hang out with you instead?" And somehow they were like, "Yes."
God.
So I got to hang out in the tech office. And here's the crazy thing, right? This tech office, I mean, this is in 99. The tech office was
Which means that bogus was still a word then.
Yeah, rad.
Including, yeah.
We just had this conversation.
Synonymous
3
with
days ago.
adventure.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Sorry.
It's fine. I just want to go watch have anybody seen the new Bill and Ted's movie? It's really good.
It is
Yeah.
very,
It's
very
yeah.
good, actually.
That was
Yeah,
a
it's
deep
Pleasantly
cut.
surprised.
That was a
Yeah.
deep cut joke for
Yeah.
all you whippersnappers out there, or perhaps all of our friends in India that we want to say hello to. It's
Hi,
been a little
India.
while.
Oh, hey,
up?
India, you still
Chris.
around?
How's
Our
the coronavirus
largest
epidemic?
Our largest audio only statistics, India is at 87% of all downloads at the moment.
All right. Half
So-
of them are fake, but there's like 3 people that are baking naan right now.
I never thought it. Yeah, you're
I
right.
thought about
You're right.
that too, and I don't.
You are right.
All right, back to equality. Sorry.
Yeah, so like if I could just eat naan and samosas all day, I would. So here 3 people in this tech office, all women. 2 of them had master's degrees in educational technology from Columbia, which at the time was like the top most prestigious teaching college in the U.S. And so it was me and a bunch of like 30 and 40 somethings women who were just kick-ass humans, right, and super smart. And like, you know, the Catholics, they're fine, you know, right? Like I was a good kid. I did my time, and now I'm not really Catholic anymore. You know? But
I don't know anybody that is.
yeah,
Amen to
there's the
that.
thing. Oh, right, we're on a blasphemous podcast. I can say this.
Yeah.
That's
So
one of the reasons why it's called that.
the thing that started me down this road of like, oh wait, not everybody gets treated like me was like fast forward a couple of years. I was a senior in high school. I hadn't turned 18 yet. I was 17, and I'm sorry, I was a junior in high school. I was 17, and it was like over the summer, and like the budget comes up, for a school like July, right? So the budget is July to July, and it was like June, and all my bosses go down and like do the budget, and then like 2 days later, the head priest, who, whatever, calls me into his office, not like that, and he's
you
like,
just said head.
and he's like, hey, these people were like hanging out in here doing a budget thing. Like, what do you think? And I was like, you piece of shit. Like, I'm 17. What the fuck are you asking me for? So anyway,
like Andy said, that was the head office.
Yeah, that was the head office. Yeah.
I get it. That was good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't you have like one of those rim shot things?
That might be in the head office.
Yeah.
That's Zach Green. Zach Green's in charge of rim shots.
No.
Rim jobs. Sorry.
I got a tap pad, but I don't know what it is. Oh wait, now I do. Hold on. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Chris Rumpf.
You're
joining
hired!
us this evening.
Listen, I should have put the little thing on here, but I've got all kinds of good outro things, and anyway, fine.
You know what? Feel free to get us out of here whenever you want.
Okay, so we could do this
Sorry.
the whole show
All
like
night,
this.
all
Yeah,
fucking
so-
night.
You're in the father's office.
Yeah, anyway, it was like that was the moment where things started clicking for me that like maybe I get treated differently than other people because of my handsome good looks and my penis. And so I started kind of, I don't want to sound like a jerk, but I kind of started becoming a feminist in the sense of like, this is shit, and I caught that early on, and I was lucky enough to have a bunch of friends in high school that felt very similarly. And so getting back to the equality question, for me was like, I didn't see it. Like, I thought that the world revolved around me until I was like 17, right? And as we all did. And then at 17, it was a very quick turn to recognize that it didn't revolve around me, and there were a bunch of people that like started out behind me, and because of that probably weren't going to get as far as me. And so equality to me is really in like action. I'm a person that I'm not huge in macroeconomic perspectives. I don't think about countries and worlds. I don't even think about counties or cities or states or anything. Like, for me, it's about what do I give into this world. And so, I think about like one of my colleagues who is Muslim and has a bunch of kids, and like they're amazing, and knowing what their struggle is. And Noor, who you've probably seen in the news and stuff, was a cross-country runner in Sylvania who was basically like disqualified because she was wearing a hijab. And so she actually went to the State House last week. And
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, no joke. But she literally went to the State House last week, and they voted and unanimously passed a bill to ban any sort of religious discrimination in any high school sporting event.
Oh, fantastic.
And
See,
so,
it does work that way, by the way.
right, it does. And so for
me,
me,
it can work.
I want to look at the areas that I can directly impact. Like, when I was when I was coaching rowing, that was a mission of mine, was like making sure that people didn't stop seeing each other for who they really were, and I was so privileged in that because I coached both Central and St. Francis's rowing team together, which I don't know if you're into like the Catholic school system in Toledo, but they're kind of arch nemesis of each other. And there was
You're a double agent.
I know, but we coached them together, which was really cool. And there was one kid who grew up in the suburbs. I mean, their parents probably made together maybe $500,000-$600,000 a year, I would guess. And there was another kid who lived in the inner city, and he was African American, and his parents were like, "You can't row because that's a white person's sport."
Oh.
And the rich kid literally would drive into central Toledo. The kid would sneak out his bedroom window for morning practices, and they would pick him up and drive him to practice. So
I love hearing that shit.
yeah, like
I
that's
love
where
it.
that's the world I want to live in. Like the world I want to live in is
Definitely.
I was taking an Uber ride up to Detroit for the airport once, and Toledo has a huge Iraqi population, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know this, but we've settled quite a few Iraqi refugees over the last few years. And there was a gentleman that had only been in the U.S. for 6 weeks, spoke no English, And so he was using Google Translate on his phone. And so he was speaking Arabic into the phone, spitting out English to me English. And I was just like, hey, do you do you speak any other languages? And he goes, yeah, I speak French. And I was like, oh, moi aussi. Oui, oui, oui. Très bien, c'est bien. And so we had a 45-minute conversation in French driving up to the Detroit airport.
Fantastic.
Me and a Rocky guy. So, just like that's the world I want to live in, is places where our differences are celebrated and not to like hijack the whole conversation into something. But, randomly now I'm in this business of food service. Like I do tech for restaurants, but like I don't really do tech for restaurants. I'm an introvert. I want to be the man behind the yellow curtain, so to speak. And the reason why food interests me so much is because I think that the ultimate cultural experience is breaking bread and having a meal with people who don't think, look, talk, or act like you.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it, Rumpf.
So like that's my world. Like I want to be an Anthony Bourdain kind of person. I like you can say that he's a jerk or was a jerk or not a jerk, but like the fact that dude got to travel the world and meet good people and break bread with them in their homes and understand what made them tick through food, like that's what I go to sleep at night thinking about.
When I think of Anthony Bourdain, I think of somebody who has given a lot of himself to a lot of things, and by doing so you extend your reach and you limit your privacy, and so anything that you say can and will be held against you. I love what he has done. I really do. I understand he's not necessarily the greatest person in the entire world, but man, neither am I.
Yeah, I've met you.
Yeah, I know. But if you can give somebody local on a local level, you're talking about macro and micro and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you were to give somebody like this, are you cool with me on like a let's go out and have a beer kind of level? I think Anthony Bourdain would be that kind of person where he's still alive.
Well, and also like that's the whole reason why I wanted to start that. We used to do 5 questions with people, and we've pretty much just pared it down to these 2 at this point. But promoting equality, because everybody from famous rock stars to anybody to Chris Rumpf, it's interesting just to hear what they say specifically on that, and it varies for each person. Eventually, I hope to have a nice little montage, and I'm hoping for Pride next, or at some point next year, maybe Pride or something else, just to promote equality and then keep that.
Everybody's had such good answers.
Yeah,
each one of them has taken me aback in like a good way. Like, wow, this person really knows what they're talking about. I'm glad to associate with them.
There's hope for the world.
Yeah. So on that note, first of all, if you're new here, of course, if you're down with this, please subscribe, just like everybody else says. The other thing is, if you do write in the chat, which we'll hear from Julio from time to time, who's always there with us, we can see your comments. If you have a funny thing about Chris, or you want to bust his balls, or shoot him some accolades from the comment section, you're more than welcome to. I do want to make the announcement for next week. We have Dave Warnock coming on. Dave is
seriously dying out loud.
Dave has a thing called Dying Out Loud. Is a program that he is almost like a talk, but he is dying from ALS.
Lou Gehrig's. Yeah.
So he's dying of ALS. He's promoting that end of things and the positiveness of being faced with
mortality, baby.
Some people would consider early termination, perhaps, but I've been following him for a long time, and I was so pleased to find out that he is cool with doing the show. So that's next Tuesday. That's
going to be a really cool one.
Very excited about that. And again, we have to give a shout out to Myth Vision Podcast, Derek and Tom Jump, and also Anthony Bagdabasco. If those guys were on the show, we wouldn't be getting such great guests like that for, again, 5 or 6 people, right?
It's like being in a band. It's like being in a band that, like, every once in a while you get to open up for somebody cool, and you're like, holy shit,
yeah,
we get to share the stage with these people.
So we have 2 things on the agenda today, 3 technically. We're gonna dive. I have a couple questions really quickly about Chris and his industry. Then we're gonna dive into our newly named segment. Instead of OnStar, it's Oh Shit.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, I'll need to get another beer before that.
The oh shit segment, folks. I find dash cam car crashes, and we're basically going to critique them.
Oh, this is
No, this is a wholly unique and amazing idea. I've been telling people about this all week. Like,
dude, I gotta be honest with you. First of all, I just looked up this Dave Warnock guy.
Yeah,
and
please.
It says former evangelical pastor turned atheist. Like, I'm gonna be here next week. That's awesome.
Please.
So that's number one. Number two is I just really love heckling things.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're giving me that opportunity with just something that's very near and dear to my heart, which is yelling at people while driving.
Dude, you're going to get the fucking green hit on every one of these. How about that?
This is fantastic. Let's improv the heck out of this. I'll tee everybody
He's
up.
going to make up for my lack of improv.
Oh, you're good.
Thank
Green.
you. Thank you.
Ooh, I don't
And
know
I hate
about
to
that.
say this, but coming up with that, it seems like there's always, it seems like every clip that I come across, or for the week, because I think I have 5 today, there's always a McDonald's somewhere in one. I don't know what that is, and just
It's a McDonald's in Dayton, Ohio.
yeah. So, and then we also have the news you need to know, and we have some headlines to discuss. So, Chris, the questions I have for you is that with your company, Flight,
Yep.
you basically, if I had to nutshell it, you have software that restaurants can use for a point of purchase, also ordering and also organizing financials and things like that.
That's organizing.
Chris was my former employer, so I do kind of know how that works a little bit.
That's true.
But the reason why I'm bringing this up is there's always those glasses half full, glasses half empty gentlemen. You decided to be the glasses half full. You did all the research for restaurants and during the COVID time, having a regular podcast, a video cast, a video show, or information network, so to speak. Because I watched them just because there was actually good information in there just for general use as well, to know what's going on in your area. How did you come up with that idea and being kind of the ambassador of goodness rather than doom and gloom?
So, I mean, I've always been a glass half full kind of person, but I'm also a business person, right? So what do you do when the stock market crashes?
Jump out the window?
No,
That's what I was going to say.
You fucking buy,
Yeah.
right? Like, so, I mean, the pandemic put us into a fucking death spiral, and I'm going, fuck yes. Let's get restaurants closed. Let's put my competitors out of business. Like, we've been running a tight ship for a number of years now. And so I don't want to say that we're like, the pandemic was great. Like, I'm not. But, the truth is, like, we were able in 2020 to give 15% of our top line revenue from 2019 back to our customers. Wow. Like in the form of grants. So we basically said, if you're closed or doing less than 50% of the revenue that you were doing before, don't pay us, and don't pay us until you can pay us.
I like the progressive nature of that.
Well, I mean, really listen, I look at it and I think it's very simple, right? There's a giant supply chain. Like, you know how VAT tax works, VAT, like in other countries, right?
So
you add,
like, they get the same tax. It's just you pay a little, I pay a little, next guy pays a little. And so I look at it and I go, there's a big fucking supply chain here. I say the F word a lot. It's the internet. It's fine. Yeah, what?
Fuck?
No, farfanuging. Different word.
Fucking.
Yeah, you shouldn't say it. Yeah. And like, I just looked at it and said 15% is the right number. I can afford to lose 15%, and like, we're going to get through this. I think that any other stable business could lose 15% and still get through this. So like, why don't we all do that? And then our end customers cannot get the shit kicked out of them because they're living paycheck to paycheck. And so, we did that. Our last customer just last month reopened and is now off that plan. So we're back there. About, I don't know, 5-6 months ago, we got back to 90% of our 2019 revenue, and then this month will be the first time that we exceed it. But I mean, we had a handful of customers close and stuff, and we still increased revenue last year because we brought on new customers. People needed new things to happen. And we really diversified what we were doing.
Clearly, online.
It's going to pay out.
Clearly, online ordering. You moved people into online ordering. I mean,
Yeah, we didn't sleep for 3 weeks. I mean, we spent 3 weeks and did nothing but light people up on online ordering that for 3 years had been going, no, I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no time like the present.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So the government is giving away a ridiculous amount of grants or reimbursements of some sort for people that didn't quite make 2019 numbers in 2020, correct? So
for restaurants, yeah.
Restaurants. What are you? I guess my question is this. I'm sorry.
Andy's bored.
Is if yeah, he just it's.
When he comes back, let's find out if he had a pee or if he wanted beer.
Yeah, well, yeah. If somebody was just on their own and they didn't have your service and they really, how difficult was it to find all of those, I dare I say, loopholes or whatnot? If you're an independent person, could you have found what you did for your whole client base?
I mean, I had a full-time person working on it almost every day.
Okay.
So, we, he's back. That was too fast for pee. Did you get beer?
No, I have to pee.
Oh.
Ah!
Why'd you come back?
Because I hit the wrong button.
Or did you just get the bucket or something?
Here's a Gatorade bottle.
Yeah. So, here's what I would say is like, oh my God. This is already the best podcast ever. So good. Here's what I would say is like, you can find stuff, and there was stuff that we didn't find, right? You know, we were really trying to focus on the metropolitan areas where we had a high concentration of customers, because we're not all like Northwest Ohio. We've got a big concentration in Detroit, Traverse City, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Columbus, New Mexico, California, Mississippi. So there's a bunch of these little pockets, but there were so many things out there, and there were so many people that were giving money away. There were governments that were giving money away, and when everything started, it was really doom and gloom. I mean, there were a lot of states that were like, "Fuck restaurants, you must close," and so, I mean, there were a few days where I was like, "I'm fucked. I got a cardboard box and a McDonald's job. That's going to be me," and I just thought if we're gonna go down with a ship, we might as well be the ones playing the strings, right?
Yeah.
So I started that podcast, a week after things lit up at the end of March, and I got to credit my wife with it. I mean, she's been telling me to do shit like that for years, months at least, and it just didn't seem like the right time, and that really did. We started out doing a Zoom phone call, and we had 30, 40, 50 people in there, and then just kind of escalated into what we're doing now. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just seemed like the right thing to do. Restaurants are, restaurants are not like the most sophisticated business owners all the time. Some of them are, but many of them aren't, because they're like, restaurants are great. I love food. Let's do it. They're not necessarily business people. So I was just trying to do what I could do to get people what they should have had access to so that they could survive, because food is good.
Yeah. And also, your eyes look beautiful today. I don't know if you matched.
Do I need to turn my camera off again?
Oh,
we
for
doing
privacy?
that? Well,
jealousy is a
stinky cologne.
All right, folks. Let's get into our newly named segment. Oh shit! We're just going to jump into it because it's so much fun. And if you do, again, you can comment in YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch if you're in one of those places, and we can see what you're saying. So again, we're just going to throw some dash camera car accidents on the screen, and we're just going to have some fun. And let's
motherfucker called it dash camera.
Dash camera. Turn your dial to the Rumpf shaker, and here we go.
Here we go. One of my
starting SOS call. To cancel, press the SOS button.
The thing that I really wanted to have happen there was that somebody rear-ended that person. Yeah. I was like waiting for the next one.
I just think it's funny that somebody that was going into McDonald's got fucking ran
again.
Into.
All right. Well, hey, one more time, because I know I caught Chris.
Oh, no.
I apologize. I hit the button too fast. So here we go. And just to let you know, everybody, that some of these volumes are different. There might be a loud one, so brace yourself during this segment. Here we go. Here's video number 1 once again. Here we go.
Starting SOS call. To cancel, press the SOS button.
All these accidents, like the person's arguing, she's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then they run into somebody. Pay attention to the goddamn road.
Could you imagine if someone came on that OnStar and said, "You just got Mick fucked up in that," you know? But it looked like
what kind of car was that? Was that a
It looked like a Camaro or
Starsky and
something.
Hutch car?
I'll
Yeah,
take a
look
number 5 with
Gran Torino?
no fault insurance.
Oh, do you live in Michigan?
I do.
Oh, you poor man.
Oh,
Where's
yes,
your disposable
I know.
income?
Oh yeah.
I need to look up some Michigan lefts just for people that may have heard the term.
God.
You know, we have those in Austin.
Really?
Well, but they're not flashing red. They just flash yellow, you know?
That means
Oh,
caution, you might get into an accident.
All right, you guys ready for round number 2?
So bad.
All right, here we go. They continuously get better. Here we go.
Connecting to.
Dude,
OnStar.
everybody has OnStar.
OnStar, was that person cognitively disabled?
Did you hear the?
Was that? It was either an orgasm or a cry of pain, or a little bit of both.
I just want to find one video where you hear someone just spraying piss everywhere.
Oh, I peed.
The part of the reason why we're doing this is, folks, it just as a public service announcement to just be careful on the road. And again, I'll probably say this every time. This is why I'm looking forward to my future Tesla purchase and also just self-driving vehicles in general.
Man,
You know?
as much as I love cars, I want to either sleep when I'm getting driven to work or drink when I'm getting driven home from work.
Or how about
Or-
both?
Or
Yeah.
And masturbate during lunch?
go take it around the block.
You could take a. Fuck it, I'm going around the block. Doing what? What the fuck do you think I'm doing?
Yeah. Yeah, that might be off color for Chris.
Masturbating in a car, I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me.
What? It's like nobody's ever done that while driving?
Anybody
I tried
talk
it
about,
once.
Like the band Queen that did that. I'm in love with my car.
And it was a stick shift too.
Ew.
Well, it's better than the automatic.
Now, on that subject, before we watch video number 3, you said Queen. I want to know, and this is just a kind of a musical question. I want to know what the bike seat looked like for Freddie Mercury to say that he wants to ride his bicycle.
It was a banana seat.
You know what I mean? Could it be one of those,
A dildo.
Oh, look at his
Baby,
face.
you can
Look at his
drive my
face.
car.
Doodle-doo-doo-doo.
Anyway, all right, here comes number 3. Are you guys ready?
No.
Here we go.
Numero tres.
I'm gonna give a what the fuck to this before it even starts.
So,
Hard
Okay.
right. Hard right. The exit to the next McDonald's is a hard right.
All right, now first, oh, where's Facebook when you need them? That's perfect. First of all, I love the fact that guy was passing on the shoulder.
oh,
And I assume that it was, I'm saying that it was a guy because every female that I know wouldn't be that fucking stupid.
No, they're not that dumb.
But I love that he was passing on the shoulder. And the reason that I love that he was passing on the shoulder was because it looked like traffic was doing like 68 and a 65 and he was doing like 72.
yep.
Right? So he's like putzing along and he's like, I'm going to pass you motherfuckers in 10 minutes. And then like something happened and he T-boned everybody.
Yeah. How in a rush are, I don't think people quite understand the actual math, because when you really do it and you can take an A to B destination and on Google, or if you take the same commute, change your speed. It doesn't do you anything.
Yeah, it doesn't. All that extra
Milliseconds.
work,
Not
it
even
doesn't
for
do anything.
Not even for hours of driving. It doesn't.
No,
It doesn't save you enough time to get a coffee at
Just-
McDonald's.
Just relax, stay in a certain lane, and you'll get there within minutes of the other person that's driving like a fucking asshole.
Quit your fucking bitching. There's nothing I like better than when somebody passes
I-
me and then ends up at the light in front of me.
Right, and that happens
good for
all
you.
the time. Yeah, driving home from Livonia back in the day on 8 Mile. You had these very aggressive drivers weaving in and out. And they weren't even like 5 seconds ahead of me, like 45 minutes into a commute. They never like won, or they're like, I just saved 3 hours of my life. It was just like, oh, I'm like 4 seconds behind you.
You're not even an hour. Anything below 45 minutes is a waste of time.
Now listen. I know we were talking about equality earlier. Do you mind if I Ginsburg you all and dissent the shit out of this?
Please do.
So here's the thing. I think that people that speed like 10 or 15 over are fucking stupid. Because the truth is, you go 10 over and you're on a 20-minute commute, you saved like 13 seconds. You're a fucking moron. But like, here's the thing. We have this weird thing in our brain. Like, raise your hand if you've driven a car over 100 miles an hour. Ward, you dumb. Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
Like,
don't fucking.
Come on. Like, we've all driven a car fast.
Barely.
And here's the thing, right? If you set your cruise control at like 105 or 110, wouldn't recommend it, but if you keep your foot there, right, you make up some serious fucking time. You want to go from here to Findlay in 25 minutes, you do it at $1.10. It's going to happen. That, my friend, is going to get you a motherfucking coffee at McDonald's and going to allow you to walk inside and take a huge shit.
Yep.
Okay? So this is where I'm saying, it's like, if you're going to speed, do it. This is like basketball. If you're going to foul a guy, don't let him take the goddamn shot.
Yeah.
Short guys, we really know about the basketball, don't
Yeah,
we?
it's weird. You know what? I busted my knee and tore my ACL trying to block a guy's shot in intramural basketball in high school. I'm 5'7".
I'm your height. I'm your
Awful.
height. We tried so hard. We would think that we'd have the big ups. So I don't care if you're 6 feet tall. I'm still gonna fucking smack that out of your hand.
I kind of want
right.
to watch number 3 again.
Oh, hold on. All right.
Yeah, well, no, put number 3 in again.
We will. And then,
do it
Chris,
again.
I'm going to try to get yours on. And taking the outside corner.
Dale Earnhardt. Oh, he's out. Oh, Jesus.
Tinted windows, they know who's inside.
Oh, that's a huge pothole. Did you see the drainage?
Yeah.
That's
See,
what he
this-
was going to hit.
This is where I keep going. And just
Yeah.
to the next
you
one.
know, I was on the trail once, and there was I was sitting at the corner of Copeland and the trail heading to Maumee, and like at night, like 20 bikes. I was the only car, and 20 bikes came up and like lined up, and they all like peeled out, and one like didn't even get through the intersection. I just remember the bike going rear, 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 and that's exactly what I did. I was like, "You dumbass," and then I just drove off. I mean, he was walking; it was fine. He just fucked his bike up. But.
All right, Chris. Chris sent me a video. I'm gonna try to pull it up your whole guys. 1 second here. Let's see. Can I do this? Oh,
Chris
I cannot
Rumpf
do
or
it that
Chris
way.
Zelensky?
He doesn't listen to this.
Chris
Unless
Rumpf.
you make
Let me
him.
see
No,
if I
but
can do
I'll
it this
play the
way.
accordion though.
Please do.
Show me.
I can't. I'll play the guitar really poorly, but that's all I
That
got.
motherfucker play an upright bass like I would like Chris Zelensky at some point. I'm calling you.
Okay. I can't seem to figure it out. I've never done it that way, so I'll figure it out later.
That's
All right,
too bad.
here we
She
go.
said.
Yeah. Let's see here. Ever heard of the movie Crash with Holly Hunter?
Yes.
The guy in the second video must have. All right, here we go. Video number 4. That's $5, Pop.
Now, do you get out of paying the toll?
Hold a second. So, hey guys, just to let you know, when the video's playing,
Oh.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree
Completely.
wholeheartedly.
Totally. That's
Yep.
fantastic.
Christ,
Yep.
I heard
Yeah.
every
God, you
word
nailed
said.
it. You fucking
Muting.
nailed it.
Good. Love
Good.
it. He's still there. That's okay. All right. So
No, I agree.
You're muted,
know-
Zach.
You know what that reminds me of though? Is
What?
like you know when you're being very intimate with somebody and you're in the throes of passion and sometimes one appendage comes out a little too far and then there's a split second where it's like, oh crap, I'm gonna break this in half and then miraculously it goes in. That's what that reminded me of.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's the.
I know.
All right, just one more time. I'm going to
That's a
cut it a
real
little early.
fear.
but
That is a real fear.
It is. Here we go. Wait.
Oh, Jesus.
Perfectly said, my man. Perfectly
Right?
said.
So, like I was saying too, well, I was trying to say, I think I accidentally had myself muted. When the video's playing, you do have to unmute yourself if you want a commentary because it defaults to mute your microphone during video.
I had nothing important
But
to say.
just saying.
Okay.
Aside from that, yeah, that just reminded me of Toe Booth Willie from the Adam Sandler CD back in '91.
$1.25, pa.
$1.25.
Oh, fuck you and your lesbian friends in front of your fucking mothers.
Oh, too bad I already heard that one there, you fucking unoriginal bastard.
Oh my God, that's totally
That's some
forgot
classic.
about that.
That's some classic
It
shit.
is, yeah.
All right, last video. Here we go.
Can we just do this for the rest of the night?
I know.
Oh no, it gets worse or better. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
here we go.
subjective.
Please be a deer.
Yeah, nothing's good happening.
Oh, shot and bail bonds. This is going to be good. Oh, what? That was like the most lackluster thing. You saved that for last.
It's a
that
horrible-
was last.
That was the head-on collision of
Oh,
premature orgasms.
Insurance paid all the rentals. Did you see that?
Was that Bread playing? Bread?
That's almost exactly tantamount
about
to the
lackluster.
accident that happened.
It reminded me of like seeing bumper cars for the first time at like Cedar Point or whatnot. You know what I mean?
What's the lamest accident you've ever seen?
I mean, please,
Even a good hit.
can anyone else smell those bumper car smell from all that?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever it is.
Oh
like-
yeah, ozone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ozone.
So anyway, folks, that was our commentary of oh shit for today. You're gonna try to do that every week, I guess.
Oh my God, you're going to see some really awful stuff.
And
That's fantastic.
yeah, and it's I don't know what to say. Again, just be careful out there, and not to be
Take
that
your
guy.
time.
Not to be that guy once again, but it is motorcycle season, folks, and you really got to be careful. You don't want.
Motorcycles are everywhere.
Yeah, it's just is what it is. Okay, now on to the news you need to know. We've got about 15 minutes or so, so hang tight. Here we go.
I don't need to know this stuff, but okay. Go.
Yes, you do. Actually, you do. Behold, the anus, an evolutionary marvel. Now, let me just throw the screenshot up here.
It's a butthole.
See that?
It's a butthole.
All right, take a look. Take a look. Audio viewers, I'm sorry. It just looks like
It looks like a forbidden enchilada.
Yeah, with like spiky shit on it. And it also is like radioactive.
Oh,
this
nature is beautiful.
This
Yeah.
anus is the evolutionary marvel, but how and when did this organ evolve into what it is today? Today on shortwave, this lady tries to get to the bottom of these questions with the Atlantic's science writer Kathleen Wu.
This is the
So-
worst Tinder profile I've ever heard.
I know. So basically, what they're suggesting is the reason why you have an anus is because we have evolved from that.
Cloacas?
Hey, this is just what you need to know, man. I don't know what to say.
No, I'm fine with it.
I'm glad I lost the pokiness of it all, if that was the case.
Fair.
Wiping would not be an option. And
Hey, baby, before you take my pants off, there's something I need to tell you about.
Yeah, but bidets would still be relevant, right, Andy?
I'm all spiky down there. Yes.
Andy, do you have a bidet?
I do.
I do too. They're the best.
I love my
They're
bidet.
the best.
I got
the best.
the bears.
Now,
the
see,
bears,
Andy-
the bears.
Andy, there's two parts to this.
I
He
have a
has
question
he has a
about that.
squatty potty and
Same.
I'm sorry. For all I'm hearing is that you guys don't care as much as Chris and I care about our anuses.
No, I mine is fucking clean as a whistle. I just want to know, like,
Do you go get colonics too?
I don't go that far.
no, I visually have proof by wiping something on my anus.
Oh.
That like, okay, there's nothing there anymore. But if you have a bidet and you're letting the water do all the work, how do you know it's actually clean without basically like a report card? that
You
says,
do.
yeah, look
You
at
still
you
use
still
a little
wipe
bit.
at the end.
You still wipe at the end, but
you
you're
do?
using
Okay.
you're using a ton less
Okay,
paper.
okay.
And then if you're not
Completely
done
makes sense.
pooping,
Okay, cool.
and you know how your bidet works, you can give that thing a couple of toots,
okay.
and you're gonna finish whatever you got.
All right, so you still like.
Oh
you
yeah.
do a little like test.
Yeah,
You do a
little
test.
maintenance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I just thought you'd fucking blast the water up there and then you
No.
I know you definitely do that.
Oh, you blast the water up there. Sometimes you're
But you
finishing
just
while
don't
you're
put
doing
up your pants. You do a test.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
it makes sense to me.
Yeah,
You should get one.
The reason that I love the bidet is like Zach. You know how like sometimes when you eat a bunch of pizza and you eat a bunch of cheese and stuff, and you kind of get blocked up a little bit,
Just like
you know?
today.
Yeah, and then like you shit like 4 times in a day, and then you wipe your ass raw a little bit, right?
Yes.
That's why you need a bidet because your butt feels like a baby's bottom every time you wipe.
It's
Didn't
never
Fred
raw.
Durst talk about
Never
skinning your
fucking
ass
bleeds.
raw?
No, that was R. Kelly.
Oh.
No, that was definitely Fred Durst.
And if my day keeps going this way, might use my
The
fucking
bidet?
bidet tonight.
So, I mean, can you?
Motherfucker, buy a bidet.
Can you? And this is a weird question because I don't have a bidet, and
Yeah.
I just need to be educated. Now, can you use like jerkins instead of water, perhaps?
No, you need something that's silicone based.
All right, sorry.
Well, that one didn't land.
The big,
Snap.
no, yeah. Whoa! Thank God. Welcome to the Simple Blasphemy Podcast, Chris Rumpf.
Yeah, really.
Sometimes they don't land.
All
Sometimes
right,
all the
it's
time.
bad.
The next news you need to know: Florida beachgoers circled by hammerhead sharks in Florida, and there is a video of it. I don't have a video of it, and unfortunately, the photograph they have for this is the screen resolution of a 2002 video
Everybody tried
camera.
to give the sharks meth and have sex with them.
But have you guys ever been where the things that people fear a lot have?
Where the wild things are.
Yeah, I got a good one.
Please.
I was in Naples once on the beach.
Nipples.
And it was the Naples. Not Nipples.
Was it Vanderbilt Beach?
I don't know. It was in Naples. I don't know. I was
That's
like 10
Vanderbilt-
years ago.
That's fucking Vanderbilt Beach, baby.
Yeah, I was at Vanderbilt Beach.
There you go.
It was
Like I
Tinder
said,
years ago.
like I said the first time. Why don't you just let me tell the damn story? So I'm on the beach, and I was like, "Oh, this is a nice beach for the first time in my life. I'm going to run in bare feet on the beach." That was a bad idea, but that's not the story. The story is, I go out 4 miles, I come back 2 miles, and then I had a pee. Alan Spencer,
Yeah.
you're all right.
Jerkin.
Yeah, and I had a pee. So you do what you got to do in the beach. You wade into the water up to waist deep because nobody wants to see it arc into the water. It's got to be underneath, right? And so I'm just over my belly button in the water, and I'm standing like this, feeling like a god amongst men. And all of a sudden, I see fins, right. Well, here's the
Jimmy Buffett fins?
No, here, and they're maybe 50 yards away, right? And so I mid pee, hightail my ass out of the water, and then I turned around and realized they were fucking dolphins.
So instead of being scared, you got a bigger boner.
Yeah.
It's not easy to fucking cut off a flow.
It's not
I
easy to
didn't.
fuck a dolphin either.
I didn't, but I had board shorts on. It was fine. I was just like, no, I'm wet. It's fine on the beach.
It's like Ozzy Osbourne in the last couple of years of his concert series.
How's it pussy been?
I've never.
Ozzy's Russian?
No,
Yeah.
Ozzy gets dumps water on. Do you ever notice he pours buckets on himself?
No.
If you watch his videos, he's sitting there just pouring water. Apparently, it's because he can't control his piping, and to mask that, he just starts dumping water.
That's from all the LSD.
Yeah,
What's wrong with LSD?
Absolutely nothing.
yeah.
We can talk about drugs. I got time.
And again, really quickly, Alan Spencer did correct me once again.
It is Jergens.
Oh,
not Jerkins.
yep. Yes. Yes. Correct. Correct.
I messed that joke up. And, when you do a joke, it's nice to be corrected.
It is. Oh,
so
I love it.
instead of being jerked around. So never mind. Okay. Next article that you need to know. U.S. Open male streaker takes on a swing on the course before the police attacked. And a little screenshot from the old TV program. There he is. So
Awesome.
He looks clothed.
He does.
I believe he had
All I see is a housing of pride.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe he had like a
Turtle, like a shell.
it appears to be a rainbow cape,
Even better.
or perhaps a dress, and
Pride cape.
could be a pride cape. He took a shot, did a little dance, and then that was. Let's just say he went balls out. I don't know. No. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, that's, no.
No.
Zach,
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Zach Ward from his garage.
Pooh. Streakers. I think we need more of this.
I
personally.
totally agree.
Do you think that streakers really get in trouble? Do they get the books handed to them?
Probably not. I don't think so. I just sent you the link to my favorite golf streaking image.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, keep talking. Let me figure this out here.
It's like from the 88 or 85 U.S. Open. And,
It's
and
the
guy,
19th hole.
Yeah,
It's
the guy's got the 19th hole on
But
the
look
back.
at the people in front of him.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can gear this up here.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, everybody is like,
Yeah,
what
the guy in that is John Daly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was now, folks.
That's a fucking Tennessee mud flap on that motherfucker too.
Hold on.
Hang on. I'm sharing.
No, I'm getting it right now. Just relax.
Well, I'm going to share it anyway, just in case.
This is what I would consider a daily double. You get a couple different. Here we go. Look at
Oh
that.
God,
Wow, nice.
that dude's
Lovely.
going in
Great.
unprotected tonight.
Damn, that is a great fucking picture.
Look at that. It's like, you see that dude with his 19th hole? I'm going to fuck your 19th hole
For the
tonight.
people that listen to this audio only, would you be so kind as to describe not only the mullet of power,
Yeah.
but what are we looking at here?
So you're looking at John Daly, the most epic golfer ever, who is gleefully looking into a future lover's eye, and in the foreground, and then in the background is the fairway of probably the 18th hole, if I had to guess. And there is a very scantily clad man carrying a 3-year-old's child set of golf clubs and looks like a leather cock sheath helmet.
Maybe SpongeBob.
beautiful.
Maybe SpongeBob SquarePants.
I didn't notice the golf clubs.
Yeah, and he looks pretty. He has the build of a baseball player. He's got a pretty large butt. Seems like he's probably been sliding into second base a few, maybe home plate. I don't know. And he's if you're from Manchester, he's being chased by the Dibbler. There's two blue coats there kind of running after him, but he looks the naked guy looks better.
C-H-A-S-T-E, chased.
John Daly, Alan says, "Ah, yes, the Kentucky waterfall."
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Hey, if I was like some type of alien like Mork, and I was sent here to observe humanity, this is one of the fucking pictures I would bring back and say this is humanity.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we need more streaking in the world, and I'm glad that men are the majority of them breaking the barriers. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Let's normalize.
Dude,
that.
I used to on New Year's Eve. I used to fucking streak when I lived in Detroit, man. For the last 4 years I lived in Detroit.
Wow, I couldn't imagine your two
Yeah,
toothpicks.
what the hell?
Just running around.
Wait,
8 miles.
Nobody
like
gave
talking
a
about
in my
the
neighborhood. Nobody gave a fuck. You're like, yeah, that
double
fucking
penis?
guy's fucking crazy. Fuck that guy.
That's
I think
how
that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
I think next week you should have 5 videos of streakers getting tackled like grotesquely. that's what I think.
That could be a new. That could be a
That's
new
like-
thing from like.
That's football, man. That's like European football.
That could be like outside of the what is the OnStar thing? We could the tackling of the streakers.
We need more of it.
We'll call it the running of the balls.
Oh, Andy,
Ladies and
Jesus,
gentlemen,
I could get
Andy
one.
Clark.
I can get one.
that was good.
Can
I'm
I be
not
on
gonna
this
lie.
next week too?
Yes. Yes. Indeed.
Again, yes. So last article, the news you need to know. This comes a little bit of a maybe not as entertaining as most, but most push-ups in a year, world record set by Nate Carroll.
Good job, Nate.
Now, I don't want to do a push-up. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe I should.
Push.
I probably should be doing push-ups, but not. I lack the gumption of world records, and the reason why I bring this article up, and it's what you need to know, of course. But what world record would you go after, or what world record could you beat with one of your whatever you have and within yourself? Andy, you'd win the world record for what? Nothing.
Oh, he's frozen like I was last
Is
week.
this like what I want to
Most-
do or what I could do?
Yeah, most breakfasts made.
Either. Most crepes? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically, most crepes made. I could do that for a long time. You keep me drunk enough or stoned enough, I will make you crepes until the cows come home.
Okay. All right.
I know that's not funny. Like
Green.
we're
What
imagining.
record could you break, or would you want to?
I have this weird talent of going with the amount of time between meals.
Oh,
That's unhealthy as fuck.
So-
And
like
I'm
a
not
hunger
doing it on
strike?
purpose. I get so busy in things, and thank God I have a wife that's like, oh, I think you need to eat something. But like a lot of times when she goes out on business trips and stuff like that, I remember there's been times when I'm like, oh shit, it's been 70, and it's only because I heard a commercial or seen a commercial that somebody's eating a sandwich. I'm like, wait, I haven't eaten in 72 hours. I probably should eat something.
I need a
So like if I really wanted to go for a record, it'd probably be not eating. I could probably outlast most people.
huh.
So you are a fastidious faster.
I think
No,
that
but no, I like eating.
you are the guy that you're the
could
type of
go
guy-
a long period of time in between
you're that type of guy that would be perfect
for the
like
Mad
that.
Max
No,
society.
for like, that Alive movie, where
Oh,
you
yeah.
crash
Oh, yeah.
into the
Oh, yeah.
Alps and like, oh man, I think we got to eat this body. And Green's like,
no, I'm like,
"Ah,
no, I'll wait.
I'm not
I'll
hungry.
wait.
It's
I'll
like
wait.
if you read the book or saw the movie, all of a sudden it's like
I just need some water. I'll eat the fucking snow. I'm fine.
If I was the person that was like doing for something like that, I'd be pooping and like rubbing it on myself. Like, yeah, you guys want to eat this body?
Oh, you would marinate yourself and,
Oh yeah.
or
Oh, yeah.
base yourself.
That is a really good.
Could that
Like,
be
if you walk into a cannibalistic fucking society, yeah, just smear yourself with poop. It might help. That might buy you some time.
this man's brine is off.
Oh my god.
He gave himself the brownie brine.
That's not
Chris.
chocolate.
Chris, what do you think? What record do you or could you or would you want to be the world record holder
Does it
for?
matter at this
Man.
point?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I think maybe it would either have to do with like tasting horchata from the most vendors in the world.
Okay.
I think that'd be all right.
Is that in the red light district? What? I'm sorry, I don't.
I gotta go. No.
I'm sorry, I'm far. I don't know what this horchata thing.
That was a great joke. But anyway, what is horchata for people like me that?
Oh, it's like it's like a cinnamon rice milk thing. That's pretty prevalent in like Mexican food culture.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that where the cum cheddar comes from?
No, that's Peru.
What about the rum chata?
Okay.
Oh, that's the same thing. It's just with rum.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Speaking of rubbing
it's
yourself
so
in
simple.
poop, though, I got a new dog like a week and a half ago.
Okay.
It's a
That'll do it.
little
Oh my-
puppy, and he eats his own poop.
Oh, I
Yeah.
had a German Shepherd that did that.
Yeah, I got him probiotics tonight to try to get him to stop eating his own.
That's a long time. You buy the box of them. You have to put it on the food every day.
Can't you
Yeah.
just put some like hot sauce on the shit and just let them
That's not going to help the diarrhea.
No, dude, I live in Texas. He wants Tex-Mex. That's not gonna work.
Oh.
The dog that we just got had Giardia. It came pre-installed with a horrible waterborne parasite.
Oh. Well, that's nice.
She's better now.
That's nice. Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, that's our podcast. Goes by quick, I suppose.
Let's talk about vaginas.
Vulvas. We haven't said the word vulva in a very long time. We used to have it where we encourage people to take a drink or a shot every time we use the word vulva, simply because for some reason it just kept coming up. Then you couldn't stop saying vulva every once in a while.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about the car for those that haven't.
Volvo.
Ward, what's your favorite word, Ward?
Me? Oh,
What's your
easily.
favorite word?
Okay, first of all, I have to premise this. It's because it's the word, maybe not what it is, right?
The bird?
So, so my favorite word of all time
That's
is,
my dude.
is suppository.
Oh, good. All right. Yeah, of course it is. A lot of experience.
No, I'm just saying, just let it roll off your lips.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chris, can I tell you about my greatest show ever?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to make this quick. So, a long time ago, Chris Rumpf was a concert promoter.
Renegade.
Renegade Promotions. And he had a dude named, I don't know, the big dude. He was a fucking wonderful dude.
Mexican guy or tall white guy?
Nope, short white guy, very overweight, very sweetheart.
Oh man, we don't speak of that man anymore, but I know who you're talking about.
Okay. Well, at the time that I knew him, he was the sweetheart of a man.
Yeah.
In 2004, my and my friend John's favorite band, Pearl Jam, was playing in Toledo. Mm-hmm. And they played a show at the Sports Arena.
Yeah.
And Neil Young and
Yeah.
Peter Frampton and
Yeah.
all these other motherfuckers came out.
Death Cab.
Yeah, Death Cab for Cutie. Mm-hmm. All of these bands came out and played, and we only got to stick around for Pearl Jam, which was completely fine by me because we had a show at a place called Missy Blues across town
I remember that. Alexis.
to play with my band, and we left early so we could meet because the drummer and the bass player grabbed all of our stuff and they loaded it up because they knew this was that Pearl Jam was our band and we were going to go out and play.
Yeah.
And we showed up to this place, and there was a wedding party. And the wedding party came to the show, and they were awesome. They bought us drinks the whole night. It was fantastic. And then at one of the points, we were playing a show, and I seldom tell this story about myself. This is a story that people tell about me. But I will because nobody else was going to do it. We were playing a song, and I put my foot up on the monitor, and it was a wedge. And the wedge flipped the other way as I was playing. And I slid down the fucking wedge on my ass and flew right in front of this entire wedding party. But I didn't miss a single thing. I could stand up straight, completely sober, and fuck a song up. But I didn't fuck it up this time. And it just stands as one of my greatest and most fond memories. And I have Chris Rumpf to thank for it. So
That's
I
awesome.
very much thank you for being on the show. And I very much thank you for that particular memory.
That Pearl Jam show was the second best show I've ever seen in my life.
It was so fucking good in such a tiny venue.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Motherfucker, you were there? You were supposed to be running a show.
Yeah, I was there. I was there all night.
That's why dude that was outside who told me I couldn't come in at the time.
Yeah.
And I had to convince him that we just came from the show, man. We got to play a show. Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, the Harvest Moon with Ed, Neil, and his wife acoustic went up on YouTube like a year ago from that night. The audio's decent. You can't see shit because, whatever, but like it'll bring it back. I cried when I watched it. Yeah, I know that face right there.
I didn't get to see it.
Well, we're going to leave this show with tears. Go find that, search it, and report back to us how it moved you too, not the band. Chris, thank you so much for coming on. Truly appreciate it, dude. You're one of my favorite
Thank you, Chris.
humans. Once again, folks, if you like, share, and subscribe to this show, and you've made it this far, especially, you get 5 years of what again, Andy?
Viking fucking mustache!
I mean, I don't know. This is the only podcast that grants you things like this. So
seriously,
yeah.
If you have never grown, like, I don't care what gender you are. Do you want to grow?
Yeah.
Do you want to make more money? Sure, we all do. Hi, I'm Sally Struthers. I'm going to teach you how to fucking make some shit with gun repair. The motherfucker says, education,
sexy.
Gun repair. I'm like,
all right, folks, we
fuck.
will see you next week. Tune in.
Fucking beard on her fucking pussy and